Coming up tonight on the news at 6. Health experts are advising that people not travel this year for Thanksgiving because of the pandemic. But are Montanans listening? We'll check in at the Helena Airport ahead of the holiday. Plus,
it's more important than ever.
We'll tell you what Toys for Tots is doing to help make sure that every kid in Helena has a happy holiday this year.
From Montana's news leader, this is MTN News at 6.
Welcome to the News at 6. I'm Andy Curtis, and thank you for joining us tonight. Well, the traditional holiday rush at Helena Regional Airport is slower than usual this year, and it's the latest confirmation that the airport's passenger traffic will be down significantly. MTN's Jonathan Ambarian talked to the airport about the impact the pandemic has had on their operations.
The day before Thanksgiving is traditionally one of the busiest travel days nationwide, including at the Helena Regional Airport. But this year, airport leaders expect holiday passenger numbers to be down nearly 2/3. For the year to date, Airport Director Jeff Wadecamper says their traffic has been down roughly 54% compared to 2019.
We're just kind of hanging in there and trying to get through this whole thing and hoping for recovery at some point here in the near future, hopefully.
Months of lower passenger revenue have had an impact on the airport's budget. Wadecamper says they've put off some capital projects and equipment purchases and delayed plans to hire new staff. Airport leaders expect traffic around the holiday to be closer to normal than they've seen the rest of the fall, but not by much. On Monday, the TSA reported just over 900,000 travelers nationwide went through their checkpoints. That's compared to 2.4 million on the same date last year. The CDC also put out a recommendation last week that people postpone Thanksgiving travel. Wadecamper says they're expecting slow traffic to continue into the first part of 2021, but he's optimistic it could start recovering soon after.
There's a lot of interest in folks coming to Montana, even more so now since this pandemic started, so I think Montana will recover quicker than some of the other portions of the nation.
While the actual number of passengers using the airport is down significantly, Wadecamper says the percentage of available seats that are occupied has remained more stable. In Helena, Jonathan Ambarian, MTN News.
And a composite of state and locally reported data shows that Montana cases of COVID-19 increased to 59,000 cases. That's with more than 15,000 considered active cases. And several more deaths have been reported since last night, bringing Montana's COVID-19 death total to 670. Now, MTN is using a combination of these sources to deliver the most accurate count on cases each day. Local county health departments may be alerted to cases before Montana DPHHS. Using that local data means there will be times when MTN coronavirus data does not align with the state report. And with our pre-Thanksgiving forecast, Chief Meteorologist Curtis Grevenitz.
Well, good Wednesday evening, Andy. Good Wednesday evening, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. I know it's tomorrow, but pretty nice weather out there today. A little on the cool side, and in some locations, still a little snow. You can see Monarch Canyon here. We've got a good little snow shower that's moving through Deep Creek Canyon. I'm showing you this. I know you can't really see, but roads were a little slick, a little snow covered there earlier today. And up on McDonald Pass, we've got some wind and a little light snow that has been falling. Temperatures right now about 21 degrees up on top of the mountain passes. Thankful. What are you thankful for? Some of us thankful for some sunshine for tomorrow and beyond. Several days of sunshine ahead of us, if not several weeks. Yeah, weeks. Windy weekend, though. That will be one issue with the weather, not only for the weekend, but also for Thanksgiving Day and Friday. And we are in the bubble, a high pressure bubble. I'll let you know what that means in the full forecast coming up.
Troop 214 of the Helena Boy Scouts announced $5,000 worth of items have been stolen. The event took place near the end of last week, and the scoutmaster of the troop says they discovered that their storage sheds had been broken into. Many items that are used for scout trips were stolen, such as snowshoes, tents, and various other items. The troop scoutmaster says they are going to preserve and continue their planned trips, and they are thanking the community for sharing the message around. Their announcement has had over 50,000 views and has been shared over 700 times on Facebook.
All of the sentiments also that have been posted, it really makes me feel good about the community I live in, that they do care. and they're willing to share that with us. It does help.
The troop is not taking any donations at this time. They feel optimistic that the items will be returned. Now, the full list of items stolen will be posted on our website, and you are encouraged to contact the Sheriff's Office or Troop 214 if you have any information about any of the stolen items. And the state of Montana loaned the Helena Toys for Tots a storage unit to store some toys. MTN's Alexia Aguayo was there during the cleanup to talk about the unit and the incoming donations.
The Helena Toys for Tots is gearing up for toy distribution this Christmas. But before all that can happen, they need storage for their toys. The state of Montana loaned a storage unit from their state surplus lot to the Toys for Tots, a big addition for the organization.
We have a 40-foot container already full. We have another temporary storage unit full. Right now, we have another pallet or two of toys waiting for us.
Toys for Tots have already gathered over 12,000 toys. They have a goal of 25,000 toys to meet their expected 30 to 40% increase in need for families during the pandemic. They hope to meet this demand with a few fundraising events, including this Saturday with a drive-through toy drop-off event in the Shopco parking lot. Their business partners like Valley Hub have canceled some fundraising events for Toys for Tots, but continue to collect donations to meet the need.
It's more important than ever because there's so many people not working. Families are going to be more in need of help, and we've got a great group of people that continue to help in spite of having to be a little more inventive this year.
Fundraising inventions include using donated bowling pins to decorate and sell. Despite pandemic challenges like canceling their annual pool tournament, the Valley Hub and Libation Station have collected over $23,000 for Toys for Tots, the most collected than any other year, and they are still selling decorated bowling pins and cookbooks. The pandemic has changed the way toys will be distributed this year, and for that reason, the Helena Toys for Tots is in also need of volunteers to help with toy distribution. In Helena, I'm Alexi Aguayo, MTN News.
The drive-through toy drop-off this Saturday will begin at 10 o'clock in the morning and will last until 2 in the afternoon in the Shopco parking lot. Toys for Tots is asking to please donate unwrapped toys, but also will accept any monetary donations. And earlier this year, Greg Macker announced that he would be retiring from his Christmas tree lot on Montana Avenue just south of Custer, but he left the lot in good hands for the future. Westmont, a nonprofit organization that provides disability services in the state, has taken over the lot. Robin Farrell, business director for Westmont, told MTN every dollar of profit from the lot will go directly to benefiting the organization and hopes they can top $10,000 in proceeds, all while providing work to those with disabilities.
We're just looking to have a great time with the clients, especially people like Mary and Zach, who are intricate parts and helping us set up, but also doing decorations, whether it be the wreaths we have here. Mary does a great job in designing everything.
The tree lot officially opens on Friday at 10 o'clock in the morning. And stay where you are, because still ahead on the news at 6, President-elect Joe Biden addresses the nation before the Thanksgiving holiday.
News Leader. You're watching MTN News at 6.
Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for joining us here tonight. President-elect Joe Biden addressed the nation today as he set a new record, becoming the first presidential candidate in history to win more than 80 million votes. NBC's Susan McGinnis joins us with his message for Americans at a tough time for the country.
Fellow Americans.
President-elect Joe Biden in a Thanksgiving address to the nation offering hope at a challenging time.
I know we can and we will beat this virus. America's not going to lose this war. We'll get our lives back.
Biden taking note of sacrifices American families are making this holiday season, many foregoing large Thanksgiving crowds in favor of smaller, safer gatherings. And as coronavirus cases grow, deaths nearing 2,000 a day, so do lines for testing and for food. The pandemic dragging the economy further downward, with staggering numbers of Americans filing for unemployment for the first time. And worries growing the U.S. healthcare system will be stretched beyond its limits. Biden asked by NBC's Lester Holt who should be at the front of the line for coming vaccines.
Obviously, the docs, the nurses, those people who are the first responders. I think we should also be focusing on being able to open schools as rapidly as we can. I think it can be done safely.
As Americans try to live safely, their future president recognizing their efforts.
The federal government can't do this alone. Each of us has a responsibility in our own lives to do what we can do to slow the virus. Every decision we make matters.
Giving thanks for today, but expressing concern about the challenges ahead. Susan McGinnis, NBC News, Washington.
And with another look at our weather, Chief Meteorologist Curtis Grevenitz.
Yeah, we had a little system go through with some snow showers today and also a bit of wind. Don't expect much in the way of snow anytime soon. I'll have more on the forecast coming up next.
With Chief Meteorologist Curtis Grevenitz.
All right, welcome back, everybody. The first ski report of the year. Great Divide opening up on Friday. Don't forget there's night skiing going on. Don't forget to mask up. Also, Discovery opens up this weekend. Big Sky opens up this weekend. It is that time of year for the skiers and the riders. Hopefully we get a little snow. Doesn't look like there's much anytime soon, though. So snowmaking is in full force out there. Current conditions in Great Falls. Chilly, 25 degrees. We've got light wind for the time being, but that wind will be picking up. Feels like 19 out there. In Helena, 34, but it feels like 25 when you factor in that wind out of the west at 14 miles per hour. It's a bit chilly outside. 22 in Cup Bank, 31 for Havre and Lewistown. Still 41 degrees in Billings. I know there's a little rain and snow in the southeast part of the state, but temperatures are above freezing. Roads pretty much okay unless you get up over some of the mountain passes or start driving in the higher terrain. The wind, yeah, that's tolerable right there, but pretty strong wind developing here as we get into Thanksgiving for really most of the state here. We'll be looking at 10, 20, maybe 25, even 30 mile per hour winds. Strongest later in the afternoon right here off of the Rocky Mountain front up there around the East Glacier area. So some pretty strong wind, and that continues Friday night, and Saturday. There's a high wind watch here for the Rocky Mountain front. Look at that wind right there. The good news is on Friday, a lot of the valley locations of western Montana, the wind will likely ease up here significantly. The wind will remain strong, though, in the mountains and out across north central Montana through Friday and Saturday. On the radar, a little activity, a few snow showers here and there. We had a little in the way of some snow and rain move through Cascade County. That is now moving through Judith Basin County. Maybe a couple of flakes trying to reach the Lewistown area. Still a little in the way of some snow just west of the Continental Divide out there around Avon up through Helmville. That could be a little slick right there. And then southeast Montana, I mentioned a little in the way of some light precipitation. Elsewhere, the west is quiet, central part of the country very quiet, and the east coast, the Great Lakes, dealing with a little bit of some rain and even a couple of severe thunderstorms into parts of western Ohio. But overall, it's pretty quiet here across the country. A few lingering snow showers in the mountains tonight, and then also tomorrow, Marias Pass, Kings Hill Pass, likely having just a couple of snow showers. May get a couple of snow showers far northeastern Montana as well, but light snow showers, not really accumulating much, if any at all. Tomorrow becoming more sunny as we go through the afternoon. Looking pretty nice for most of the state on Thanksgiving. A little on the breezy side, a little on the cool side, but overall, it's pretty nice weather for Thanksgiving. And Friday, sunny skies for just about everyone. Touch of additional snow into the mountains, generally west of the Divide. A couple of the central mountain ranges picking up maybe another skiff up to an inch. Now, Friday, mostly sunny. How about Saturday? There's a minor system going through. This will likely be dry. A couple of snow showers, if that. Stronger west wind developing once again on Saturday throughout a lot of the state. And then we enter the bubble. Sunday, dry and sunny. Monday, that storm approaches, but it kind of fizzles out and dips off towards the south. So Monday dry, Tuesday dry and sunny, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It is looking like an extended period of sunny, dry weather. Tonight, a lingering snow shower here or there. Otherwise, temperatures in the 20s, a bit on the cool side here for most locations. And here's the forecast for Thanksgiving Day tomorrow. Again, an isolated snow shower over the mountains, highs in the 30s and the 40s. More sunshine as we get through later in the morning into the afternoon, and again, a little on the breezy side, but overall, pretty nice conditions for Thanksgiving here in Montana. Black Friday, a sunny Friday, a bright Friday with temperatures up into the 40s to near 50. Saturday, here's this minor front, and again, a few snow showers in the mountains down the divide, and also out there around the little belts, the big snowies, and the Bear Paw Mountains could see a few isolated snow showers. And then heading into Sunday, here we go, starting to get into the bubble. Mostly sunny skies, temperatures in the 40s. And yeah, after the few snowflakes that we saw in Helena today, there will not be any snow anytime soon. Dry weather here, temperatures in the 30s and the 40s, lows in the teens and the 20s. And for Great Falls, also a dry 7-day forecast. Hopefully that turkey's not dry tomorrow.
Thanks a lot for that, Curtis. And coming up next, when college sports were shut down last year because of COVID-19, most athletes packed up and went home. But for a few Carroll College Saints, that wasn't possible. We've got their story coming up next.
Montana's news leader. You're watching MTN News at 6.
When the COVID-19 pandemic began to shut down the NAIA basketball season shortly after the brackets for the national tournaments were solidified, that left many ready to pack up and head home for the summer. But for a few Carroll College upperclassmen, that wasn't possible. MTN's Sam Hoyle has the story.
For some Carroll College men's basketball players, the trip home for the off-season is a short one, whether it be to Washington or maybe a little bit longer to California. But for a handful of international players, well, that trip home sends them across oceans. And this year, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, it's not a trip they were able to make.
It was really weird because I actually never been here during summer or never been in States during summer. And it kind of, I wasn't expecting it.
Jovan Slavancinen is from Beograd, Serbia, spelled like Belgrade, over 5,500 miles away from Belgrade, Montana. Originally, Slavancinen was slated to go home to visit friends and family, but due to regulations regarding quarantines, he wouldn't have made it back in time for the season to begin, a situation that understandably left him feeling a bit upset, but he took it in stride.
I thought I was going to still go home until last moment, and then once I heard that I wasn't able to go home because it was too risky, then I was kind of upset not being able to see my family, friends, people back home for another year. But I was like, basketball is priority in school here, so I got to do all it takes to be able to play next year.
Another international player on the team is Brad King, a junior on the squad from Germana, Australia, 8,600 miles away from Helena, who found himself in the same situation, unable to go home and visit family in the off-season, but nonetheless found a bright side.
Normally I get a chance to go home this summer, but COVID put that off, and I wanted to be as committed as I could come into this season, so I got to stay for the summer. I think I worked it out to about 693 days since I was last on this floor till last Friday it was, so pretty exciting, special moment for me, absolutely.
King went down with a leg injury his sophomore year in 2018 and was a medical redshirt last year. And he and Slavancinen took advantage of this summer to get better ahead of the season despite not being able to go home.
It's tough being away from home, but the payoff is really big as well. So I think I'm in a good position for the upcoming season.
I took advantage of being able to be here all day, so I was like obviously getting better. We had a gun here, a basketball gun, and then I was just shooting like 1,000 shots at least a day, so it was really good.
The two hope to return home obviously sooner rather than later, but for right now, it's basketball season. Reporting in Helena, Sam Hoyle, MTN Sports.
We'll wrap things up here when we come back.
Montana's news leader. You're watching MTN News at 6.
Welcome back, everybody. Wrapping things up tonight with a little bit of good news, sending you into the holiday. The Pentagon shipped more than 50,000 pounds of roasted turkey and nearly 20,000 pounds of pies and cakes to American troops. Added more than 70,000 pounds of beef and more than 300,000 pounds of food will be shipped to feed American troops around the world. The Pentagon says the meals will be prepared in grab-and-go style rather than large gatherings and dining halls, of course, due to the pandemic. Well, thanks for making us a part of your evening tonight. Stick around. You can catch us back here at 10 o'clock and always online at ktvh.com. Have a great and safe rest of your night.